What's up, creators? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button because we dive deep into the tech that actually matters, not just the stuff companies want you to buy. And trust me, today's video is packed with information that could literally save you hundreds of dollars or help you make the smartest gear decision of your life. Here's the deal. Right now, there are two cameras causing absolute chaos in the content creation world. The first is an action camera that was supposed to launch 4 months ago but mysteriously vanished. The second is a drone so revolutionary that it's forcing the biggest company in the industry to completely change their roadmap. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which one deserves your money and which one you should avoid like the plague. But here's where it gets interesting. Everything you think you know about these products, it's probably wrong. The rumors, the leaked specs, the release dates, I've fact-checked all of it, and the real story is way more fascinating than the hype. So stick around until the end because I'm going to reveal a critical detail about pricing that could literally make or break your decision. Let's get into it. Section 1. The Phantom Action Camera. Alright, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The Insta360 Ace Pro 3. Now, if you've been following action cameras at all, you probably noticed something weird happen last fall. October came and went, then November. And the camera that everyone expected to drop just didn't. And the silence from Insta360? Deafening. But here's what makes this fascinating. This isn't a disaster. This is actually a masterclass in strategic timing. And once you understand why they're waiting, everything clicks into place. Let me paint you a picture. October 22nd, 2024, Insta360 drops the Ace Pro 2, and it's genuinely impressive. We're talking 8K video recording at 30 FPS, a Leica co-engineered lens with a 50-megapixel 1.3-inch sensor that makes colors pop like nothing else in this price range, and image quality that has professional cinematographers doing double takes. Fast forward to late 2025, and instead of replacing this camera, Insta360 does something brilliant. They release a Super Motocross edition, roll out new filmmaker bundles, and basically squeeze every last drop of value from the Ace Pro 2 platform. Why would they do that unless they're sitting on something absolutely game-changing? Here's the thing nobody's connecting. Right now, in December 2025, the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is the only mainstream action camera shooting true 8K at 30 FPS. Sure, you've got 360 cameras that can capture high resolutions, but those are a completely different category. We're talking about traditional action cameras, the ones you mount on your helmet, your chest, your bike. The Ace Pro 2 stands virtually alone in this space, and Insta360 knows this. They're watching the competition scramble, and they're in no rush whatsoever. But wait, it gets better. In November 2025, DJI launches the Osmo Action 6, and on paper it should demolish everything. They've got this massive 1.1-inch sensor, larger than the Ace Pro 2's sensor, a groundbreaking variable aperture ranging from f2.0 to f4.0, the first time we've ever seen this in an action camera, and all the features you could want. But here's the fascinating part. Leaked specifications suggest they may have intentionally limited certain capabilities, possibly to differentiate future models. DJI's sensor is technically capable of 8K, but the Action 6 records at up to 4K 120 FPS. This strategic positioning gives Insta360 continued breathing room in the 8K action camera segment. Now, leaked information suggests the Ace Pro 3 is targeting a release window between Q2 and Q3 of 2026. That's roughly 6 to 9 months from now. Industry speculation based on Insta360's typical product cycles originally pointed to an October-November 2025 launch, but the company has clearly decided to extend the life of the Ace Pro 2. And look, I know waiting sucks. We all want the latest and greatest immediately. But think about what this delay means. More time for sensor refinement, better AI processing, improved stabilization algorithms, and most importantly, letting the manufacturing costs come down so you're not paying an absurd early adopter tax. The Ace Pro 2 launched at $399 and is currently selling for around $350 after discounts, which is an absolute steal for 8K capabilities. If you need a camera right now, that's honestly the smart move. Section 2. The leaked specs breakdown. But let's say you're patient. Let's say you can wait until mid-2026. What exactly are you waiting for? Because the rumored specifications for the Ace Pro 3 are legitimately wild, and if even half of them are accurate, we're looking at a camera that redefines what's possible in this form factor. And before we dive in, quick reminder, if you're finding this valuable, hit that like button. It genuinely helps the algorithm show this to more people who need to see it. First up, The sensor. Word on the street is we're getting a 1-inch 50-megapixel sensor with Leica color tuning. Now, for context, most action cameras use tiny sensors that struggle in anything other than perfect lighting. A 1-inch sensor is massive by comparison. We're talking smartphone flagship levels of light-gathering capability crammed into a rugged action camera body. This isn't just a spec bump. It's a fundamental shift in image quality potential. Low light performance should be dramatically better, dynamic range wider, and detail retention in shadows and highlights significantly improved. The Leica partnership is critical here, and it's worth understanding why. Insta360 and Leica first teamed up back in 2020, and they officially renewed that collaboration in March 2025, which tells you this relationship is producing real results. Leica doesn't slap their name on just anything. They're obsessive about color science, lens coatings, and optical precision. What this means for you as a shooter is that footage should have more accurate skin tones, better color separation in complex scenes, and that intangible film-like quality that cheaper cameras just can't replicate. It's the difference between footage that looks like a GoPro and footage that looks like it came from a cinema camera. Video specs are where things get really exciting. The rumors point to 8K recording at 30 frames per second with HDR or log profiles, 4K at 120 frames per second in 10-bit color, and high-speed 1080p for slow motion work. Let me translate what that actually means for your content. 8K gives you incredible cropping flexibility in post-production. You can shoot wide and punch in later without losing quality, which is a lifesaver for action sports where framing is unpredictable. 4K at 120 means buttery smooth slow motion for those epic moments, and 10-bit color gives you way more flexibility in color grading if you're serious about post-production. Log profiles are basically flat color profiles that preserve maximum detail, which professional colorists love because it gives them more creative control. Now, let's talk about flow state stabilization, which is Insta360's proprietary technology. The current version is already impressive, but version 3 or 4, whatever they're calling it for the Ace Pro 3, is rumored to be on another level entirely. We're talking gimbal-like smoothness without the bulk, horizon leveling that works even during insane impacts, and AI-powered stabilization that predicts motion rather than just reacting to it. For mountain bikers, skiers, or anyone shooting fast action, this could be the difference between usable footage and unwatchable shake. Battery life is always the elephant in the room with action cameras, and while specific numbers haven't leaked, Insta360 has hinted at major improvements. Combine that with fast charging support, and you're looking at a camera that might actually last through a full day of shooting without needing a backpack full of batteries. Waterproofing should be robust, likely 10 meters or more without a housing, and the modular design means you can swap accessories quickly depending on your shooting scenario. The price controversy. Okay, now, for the part that's going to spark some heated comments. The rumored price for the Ace Pro 3 is between $549 and $599. Yeah. That's a significant jump from the Ace Pro 2's launch price of $399, and I can already hear some of you typing cash grab in the comments. But hold on, because context matters here. If, and this is a big if, the leaked specs are accurate, you're getting a fundamentally different class of camera. A 1-inch sensor alone justifies a price. Premium. Most cameras with sensors that size cost upwards of $1,000. Add in Leica optics, advanced AI features, best-in-class stabilization, and 8K HDR recording, and suddenly $550 starts looking more reasonable. This isn't Insta360 charging more for the same product. They're building a premium tier that competes with high-end gear at a fraction of the cost. But here's the smart play. If you don't need absolute cutting-edge performance, the Ace Pro 2 at $350 is an incredible value. You're still getting 8K, you're still getting excellent stabilization, and you're saving $200 that could go toward lenses, lighting, or literally anything else. The question you need to ask yourself is whether those rumored upgrades, the bigger sensor, the improved low-light performance, the enhanced AI, are worth the premium for your specific use case. For professional creators, billing clients, probably yes. For weekend warriors, capturing family adventures, maybe not. Section 3. Antigravity A1 footage. Social media reactions. Alright, let's switch gears, because we need to talk about the most disruptive product launch I've seen in years. And no, I'm not exaggerating. The Antigravity A1 drone, officially launched on December 4th, 2025, appeared and immediately hijacked every content creator's social feed. And the reactions weren't your typical, "oh cool, new drone" responses. People were genuinely confused. The footage didn't make sense. It looked impossible. And that's exactly when you know something special is happening. Here's what makes the A1 different and why it's causing such a stir. Every traditional drone works the same way. You fly, you point the camera, you hope you frame the shot correctly. Miss the moment? Too bad, you're landing and trying again. The A1 completely flips that logic. It's built around dual 1.28-inch sensors capturing 8K 360-degree video at 30 FPS, or 5.2K at 60 FPS, or even 4K at 100 FPS for slow motion, which means it's recording everything simultaneously in all directions. Forward, backward, sideways, up, down, even toward yourself. You fly first, worry about framing later. And that single shift in philosophy changes everything about how you capture footage. Let me give you a real-world example of why this matters. Imagine you're following a mountain biker down a trail. With a traditional drone, you're constantly adjusting camera angle, trying to keep them in frame, worrying about obstacles, and probably missing half the good moments because you're focused on piloting. With the A1, you just fly. Keep the drone relatively close, let the 360 camera capture everything, and then in post-production, you scrub through the footage and choose your angles. Want a dramatic forward-facing shot? Got it. Want to switch to a side-angle mid-clip to show terrain? Done. Want to flip to a selfie perspective showing the pilot's reaction? Already captured. It's having multiple drones in the air simultaneously. The creative freedom this unlocks is genuinely hard to overstate. Travel vloggers are obsessed because a single flight gives them horizontal and vertical content, perfectly framed for Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and traditional landscape videos. FPV pilots are confused because they're getting FPV-style immersive footage without needing FPV skills, expensive goggles, or months of practice. Beginners love it because the drone stabilizes itself, avoids obstacles intelligently, and removes the steep learning curve that makes most drones intimidating. It's accessible in a way that traditional drones simply aren't. Now, I need to be honest about something. When a product goes viral this fast, it's easy to get caught up in hype and overlook real limitations. So let's talk about what the A1 isn't perfect at, because that matters just as much as what it does well. Battery life is decent at around 24 minutes with the standard battery, or up to 39 minutes with the optional high-capacity battery, but that's still less than DJI's Mini series, which can stay airborne for over 30 minutes. The A1 weighs just 249 grams, keeping it under regulatory thresholds in most regions, but that lighter weight means less battery capacity. For longer shoots, you're definitely packing multiple batteries. Processing 8K 360 footage is computationally intense. We're talking about massive file sizes and software that demands a fairly powerful computer. The A1 comes with Antigravity Studio editing software, which is designed specifically for 360 workflows. If you're editing on a 5-year-old laptop, you're going to have a bad time. The stitching process, where the drone combines footage from multiple lenses into a seamless 360 view, can produce artifacts on certain surfaces. Water, dense foliage, and objects very close to the drone sometimes show visible seams or distortion. It's not a deal breaker, but it's noticeable if you're pixel peeping. And here's the big one for traditional cinematographers. You're not getting shallow depth of field or that cinematic bokeh that comes from larger sensors and variable apertures. The A1 prioritizes sharpness and stabilization across the entire 360-degree frame, which means everything stays in focus. For documentary work, sports, and travel content, that's perfect. For narrative filmmaking where you want that dreamy blurred background, you'll still want a traditional cinema drone. Section 4. DJI Product Leaks, Competitive Analysis. But here's where the story gets really interesting. DJI noticed, and when DJI notices, things happen fast. The DJI Avatar 360 secured FCC certification on November 19, 2025. Just weeks after the A1's announcement, which tells you everything you need to know about how seriously they're taking this new category. And this is fascinating because DJI doesn't chase trends. They typically set them. The fact that they're building a direct competitor and rushing it through regulatory approval means they see 360 drones as a legitimate market shift, not a gimmick. Now, the philosophies behind these two drones couldn't be more different, and understanding that difference is crucial if you're deciding which to buy. The Antigravity A1 is fundamentally a 360 camera that happens to fly, with an intuitive free motion control system where you point the controller and the drone goes there. It's designed for ease of use, automated flight modes, and post-production creativity. The DJI Avata 360, based on leaked specifications and FCC filings, appears to be an FPV drone that adds 360 capability through a rotating camera mechanism. It's going to be faster, more maneuverable, and likely require more traditional FPV piloting skills. Think of it this way: the A1 is for creators who want effortless, amazing footage. The Avata 360 will be for pilots who want control and adrenaline alongside that 360 flexibility. The A1 has some clever design advantages that are worth noting. The retractable landing gear is genius. When you're in the air, the legs fold up completely through an automated system, which means your 360 view is totally unobstructed. No ugly propeller shadows, no landing gear in your shot, just clean spherical footage. DJI will likely match this in their design, but it's a detail that shows how much thought went into the A1's engineering. The A1 also features payload detection technology, which prevents unauthorized modifications or attachments, ensuring the drone stays focused on creative use rather than potentially problematic applications. Competition is about to get intense, and honestly, that's incredible news for consumers. When two major players fight for market share, prices drop, features improve, and innovation accelerates. If you're shopping for a drone in 2026, you're going to have legitimately game-changing options at multiple price points. The real question is whether you value ease of use and creative freedom, or speed and manual control. There's no wrong answer. It's purely about your shooting style and what content you're creating. Section 5. Comparison shots, decision framework graphics. All right, we've covered a lot. So let's bring this home with clear, actionable recommendations. Because specs and hype are fun, but what you actually need to know is, should you buy now or should you wait, and which of these cameras deserves your hard-earned money? For the Insta360 Ace Pro 3, here's my take. If you're a professional creator who bills clients, if you need the absolute best image quality for your work, or if you're already comfortable waiting 6 to 9 months, the Ace Pro 3 is worth holding out for. That 1-inch sensor and Leica color science will produce noticeably better footage, especially in challenging lighting. But if you need a camera today, or if you're a hobbyist who doesn't need pro-level features, grab the Ace Pro 2 while it's discounted. You're getting phenomenal value, and you can upgrade later if you actually need to. For the Antigravity A1, this is where it gets exciting. The drone launched on December 4, 2025, with pricing starting at $1,599 for the standard bundle, which includes the drone, Vision FPV goggles, grip controller, and battery. There are higher-tier bundles available with additional batteries and accessories. If you've been intimidated by drones, if you want creative freedom without a steep learning curve, or if you create content for social media where multiple formats matter, the A1 is genuinely compelling. It's available now from Antigravity's store, Best Buy, and authorized retailers, and the creative possibilities are legitimately game-changing. But if you're an experienced FPV pilot who craves speed and manual control, waiting for the DJI Avata 360 might be worth considering. It's expected to launch before the end of December 2025, with rumored pricing around $999 for a Fly More combo, significantly undercutting the A1. It'll probably give you that adrenaline rush alongside 360 flexibility, with better battery life and DJI's legendary stabilization thanks to their established ecosystem. Here's the bottom line. We're living through a genuine inflection point in camera technology. The lines between action cameras, cinema cameras, and drones are blurring. Tools that used to require professional skills are becoming accessible to everyone, and the next 12 months are going to bring innovations that make today's gear look quaint. That's exciting, but it also means you need to be strategic. Buy what you need now, not what might be perfect later. Technology always improves, but the content you create today has value right now, all right? That's everything I've got for you today. If this video helped you make a smarter decision or taught you something new, do me a favor. Smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment and let me know. Are you Team Action Camera or Team Drone? Are you buying now or waiting for the next gen? I read every single comment, and your feedback genuinely shapes what videos I make next. And hey, if you want to dive even deeper into camera tech, I've got a video breaking down the best cameras for every budget that you absolutely need to watch. It's linked right up there in the cards. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.